guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see the solution of this problem, which is the problem of the day for today, in which we need to find the coverage. So coverage is defined as the total number of ones around a zero in left, right, up and bottom direction. Okay. So we will, in order to solve this problem, we need to divide this problem into four sub-problems that are going to be, that are going to deal with each of the directions. So uh, in order to solve the left direction part, what we are going to do, basically left elements, in order to get left elements. Okay, so we will get left elements from only those columns which have the previous previous elements in that. So if we take a look in this matrix, suppose I represents the row number and j represents the column number. So at zeroth column we will not get any left elements. Okay, so if we will try to find, we will get some exception. So in order to avoid that, we need to basically use a check case or a base case, that if and only if j is greater than 0, we will get left elements. And after we get left element, what we are going to do, so we will get the coverage of only zeros. So if matrix I comma j is equal to 0 and the left element is basically 1 as per the definitions, so if mat I j minus 1 is equal to 1, what we are going to do, we are going to increment our coverage. So we will create a basically a variable as coverage, and we are going to increment it, initialize it to 0, and we are going to increment the coverage. Okay, so this was for the left elements. Now we will follow the same approach and see what happens when we need to find for right elements. Okay, so for right elements, we will only get right elements so which have a next columns. So if we take a look, the last column will not have any right elements. Okay, so we will write the base case as that if j is less than basically matrix 0 dot length, which will tell us the column length. Basically we can tell, and the same thing that if matrix I comma j is equal to 0, and in this place, since we were finding the previous element, so we were using j minus 1. Now we are finding the next basically the right element, so we are going to increment the j. So this was for right elements. Okay, now the same will apply for top and bottom, so we will quickly take a look at that also. So for top element, so in order to get top elements, we will use I, that is row number. So the first row, that zeroth row, will not have any top elements. So we will use this as a base case, that if I greater than 0, then matrix of I comma j is equal to 1. Matrix of I comma j is equal to 0, since we need to get the coverage of zeros. 0 is going to be the central element there. And now this will become something like that for top elements we are basically decrementing our I, so it will be I minus 1, and we will take j as same. We will not make any changes in j. So matrix I minus 1 comma j is equal to 1. So basically what we'll get, suppose this element is the example, so here the top element is 1, so we are in that condition, we are going to increment our coverage. Now in order to uh, get the bottom elements, what we are going to do. So for bottom element, what we are going to do, the last row will not have any bottom elements because it is the bottommost. So I less than basically mat dot length function. Okay, we are going to use, so it will give the row length. Okay, if matrix is I comma j is equal to 0, this condition will remain same. Now in order to get the bottom, we are going to increment our I, so it will become I plus 1. Okay, so that was the whole logic that we are going to use in order to code this problem. So that's it for the solution. Thank you.